The following is a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 8th chapter, text number 19, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on September 29th, 1974, in Mayapur, India.
So, one side is Maya Javonika Channam. Maya, this illusory energy, is covering with the curtain. It's like we are seeing the deity, but if there is a curtain, we cannot see. Similarly, there is a curtain which is illusory energy, Maya. Big scientists, they cannot see what is behind this material nature. They cannot understand. Because the Maya, this wonderful material energy, is acting in such a big curtain, they cannot understand that beyond this there is something else. They cannot understand. Maya jaunika achannam, illusory energy. They are thinking this material energy working, that is everything. Nothing beyond this. The whole world is covered. This is one side. And the other side, Agya Maya Javanika Channam. Agya, these materialistic persons, they are Agya, and they have no sufficient knowledge. Unless one develops the light of knowledge, Satagun. Satagun is the light of knowledge. Rajagun and Tamagun is darkness. Ignorance and passion. In this stage, one cannot understand what is Krishna, what is Lord. Agya. Rajastama bhava. As you have discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, Rajastama bhava, those who are infected with the two kinds of material modes, means Rajagun and Tamagun, they are simply busy, Kama and Lobha. They are busy only, those who are passionate, they are simply busy for sense gratification, and those who are in ignorance, in darkness, they have no eyes to see. So these two classes of men, and mostly people are infected with these two kinds of modes of material nature. Rajasthan, the whole world, at the present moment especially, mostly ignorance, and some of them are passionate. That passionate tendency is engaging them for so many industries and very strong work, ugra karma. Ugra karma. Ugra karma means very strong, what this should be, the English word, ugra. Ugra, just like chili, pungent, there are many things, they are very strong in taste. So ugra karma, these, just like they are building 100 50 stories building. People can live comfortably in a small cottage or one-storied house or little more, but no, they're increasing. Their passionate activities are increasing. Just like in your country, in New York, now there is 104-storied building or more than that. Some building, 110. Two of them, they are increasing. They are thinking by increasing the stories more and more, that is advancement of civilization. That how long it will increase? If you make 1 million stories, it is unlimited. That we can see. So many aeroplanes are running in the sky. What is that? Still it is vast. So many Sputniks are running in the sky. Still it is vast. So it is simply desire that if I make a 150-storied house, then my life is successful. So in this way, instead of not wasting valuable time of this human life, they are simply wasting time in this way. That is also explained in the Ramayana. Just the Ravan, he wanted to make a staircase up to the heavenly planet. It is like that. Ugrakam. Oh, why they are doing so? Agya. Agya, foolish people. Now if we say that you are all foolish, rascal people, you are wasting your time in this way, they will think us crazy, and they think us like that we do not recommend these things. So, it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna in this condition, in this situation. Maya, Javanika, Channam and Agya. Foolish people. Agya. And the other side, Krishna is Adhokhaja. Even one is advanced in knowledge. Our knowledge means we manufacture words or syllables from A to Z, that's all. ABCD. We compose words with these 26, or how many? A to Z? Yes. That is, and in Sanskrit, as in English, it is A to Z. Similarly, in Sanskrit, O, A, I, U, and the end is Ksha. So, O and Sha, that is called Aksha. Akshaja, and Ja means generate. So we also compose words. Those are Sanskrit scholars. They compose words from O to Aksha. Just like English, they compose words from A to Z. So our mental speculation and advancement of education is limited between these O and Aksha. Aksha. Akshaja. But Krishna is Adhokhaja. Adhokhaja means where these kinds of speculation beginning from O to Ksha will not act. Therefore his name is Adhokhaja. Adhakrita. Cut down. Why they are going? They are busy in some other work. Ugra karma. Without hearing what he will do, nonsense. Sarvanam Kirtanam, this is our main business. Sarvanam. If you don't hear, what he will do? He will do simply sense gratification. That's all. So this is difficulty, that we are not very much interested in hearing. And that is the main business. Our bhakti begins, Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu. We have to hear, and we have to speak. But if we are not interested in hearing speak, then it will be the same Thakurbari. Simply formula, that's all. And gradually it will be stopped. Unless there is life of Sravanam Kirtanam, these big building, temples, will become burden. So if we want to create burden for future, then we may give up this hearing and chanting and sleep very nicely. It will be burden. Galagraha, not Sb-Graha, but Galagraha. Galagraha. Sb-Graha means worshipable deity. So if we give up this Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu, then it will be thought that our Guru Maharaj has given a burden in the neck. Galagraha. This is the danger. So we must be very much alert in Savanam Kirtanam, otherwise all this labor will be futile. This building will be only the nest for the doves and the pigeons. That is the danger. That is being done. Nobody is interested. Such things. Now, who can understand Krishna? There are so many impediments. One side there is curtain of Maya, another side everyone is rascal and fool, and another side Krishna is beyond your sense perception. This is the position. How much one must be alert? Then one can understand. Just like the Goswami. This Krishna is so easy thing to be understood. But there is process. So if we do not adopt the process, then how we can understand Krishna? These are the so many difficult things. One thing is the Maya is checking. Maya is trying to put stumbling block for your advancement of spiritual life. Maya javanikat chandam. And the other side, we are all fools and rascals. And again, Krishna is adhokhaja, beyond the range of sense perception. This is the position. See, unless we become very serious to understand Krishna, it is very, very difficult to understand Krishna. Maya javanika channam. One side, Kunti said, Antadvahi avasthitam. Krishna, you are within Ishara Sarvabhutanam Riddeshe. Krishna is not far away. Krishna is always with you. He is so friendly that just like two birds, it is said in the Upanishad, one bird is eating the fruit of the tree, another bird is simply guiding and seeing. Because this material world, living entity, wanted to enjoy. Just like you have seen that the dog and the master. The master is so friendly to the dog out of love. It is a dog, but when it is passing stool, he is waiting. Why? Is the duty of the master to wait because the dog is passing stool? No, out of love. Out of love. We can see from practical example. Similarly, the master may be a great millionaire, but still he loves the dog so much that in the morning walk he takes his dog and the dog is passing urine. What business dog has got? To pass urine and stool and go this way and that way. But the master is attending. Similarly, God or Krishna is so affectionate that we have come here in this material world simply to pass stool and urine. Still he is affectionate. Still he is affectionate. Just imagine what merciful is Krishna. When the Upanishad said the two birds, the one bird is Paramatma. Krishna has become Paramatma. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that Khetra, Khetragya, there are two things. One is this Khetra, this body. Khetra, just the field. Just like you are tilling the field. And the tiller, the Krishan. Similarly, we have got this field and we are growing our own, harvesting our own grains, just like you are doing. So according to our labor, according to our attempt, we are getting food grains. Similarly, we have got this body and I am, the spirit soul is the tiller. So according to my karma, I am getting the result. So, similarly, not only I am there, but Krishna is also there. He is seeing what you are doing. What you are doing, what you want more. Sarvasya chaham ridisannivishta, Krishna says. I am sitting in everyone's heart. Why? Just to give him the facilities. This rascal, living being, has come to this material world to till the field to get some result. All right, let him do that. Just like children play on the beach, do all nonsense, and the father sits. All right, you have finished your business, come on. So Krishna is like that. He is simply saying, we are acting so nonsensically, and Krishna is giving the same way. The dog passing stool and urine, the master is acting. Or the father is saying, the children are playing on the beach, they are making big, big house on the sand, and it has nothing, no value. But Krishna, the father is giving the opportunity. All right, do it. So, Krishna is giving us all the facilities. But we are so poor that we cannot understand that Krishna is so friendly. That is, it is said, na lakshasi muladisha. They cannot see because muladisha. Mula means rascal and drisha means seeing. They have no power to see. A mula cannot see. Rascals, they cannot see. They are very much proud. Can you show me God? But they do not think whether I am qualified to see. They are very much proud of this house. So what is the value of this eye? Therefore Krishna says, yes, you can see me, but according to my direction. You see me, rasoham apsu kauntiya. You can see, it is very easy for you. You see me in the water. While you drink water, you see me. I am the taste. So, everyone drinks water and he gets some taste, otherwise why is drinking water? So that taste, if you remember that here is Krishna. Simply by tasting water, simply by drinking water, if you follow Krishna's instruction, one day will be devotee. Krishna is so kind. Simply by drinking water. Simply we have to know how to see Krishna. Therefore Kunti Devi says, na lakshasi muladisha. The mula, the rascal, is so foolish. Krishna says that you see me in the taste of water, but this rascal, this is humble. This is humble. How in the taste Krishna is there? I want to see in my own eyes. But you haven't got that eyes. Just develop your eyes gradually. Just like one is suffering from some eye disease, so take some medicine, then gradually your eyesight will be improved. Take the spectacle, some power, then more power, more power. But they will not take the instruction of Krishna, the instruction of spiritual master, so they want to remain muradrisha, rascal and fool. And still they want to see Krishna. This is the difficulty. Na lakshase muradrisha. If you do not improve your eyes according to the direction of Shastra, Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, these three things, then how will see Krishna? To see Krishna, to understand Krishna, we should be very, very serious and do the needful. Then our life will be successful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 8th Chapter, Text number 20, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on September 30th, 1974, in Mayapur, India.
Tatha Paramahamsana. Krishna is realized by qualification, and the qualifications are described here. The first qualification is Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa, Parama means the best, and Hamsa means the swans. So there are different types of swans you have seen. Out of them, the white big swan is accepted, the best of them. So, this Hamsa or the swan has got a qualification special, that you offer them milk mixed with water. So, the Hamsa, it will take the milk portion and leave aside the water. Every animal has got a special qualification. Just like he will find the lizard, very plain wall, polished wall, but they will go very safely. You have no science to do that. You cannot do it. The vulture, it goes very high. They have got very small eyes, but they can see from miles away where is some dead body. That is their business. So, everyone has got some special qualification, that is God's gift. Similarly, this is also an animal, it has got a special qualification. They can discriminate what is water and what is milk. So this world is mixed up, spiritual and material things. It's like your body, my body. This is also mixture. Anything is a mixture of spirit and matter. The one who can discern the spirit from the matter, he is called Paramahamsa. So, intelligent man, Paramahamsa, what is the Paramahamsa? Now, Muninam, Paramahamsa, Muni means very thoughtful. So, if you are thoughtful, then you will be able to discern between matter and spirit. The body is moving, But those who are not muni, thoughtful, they think the body is moving automatically. But actually that is not the fact. Because the spirit is there, therefore it is moving. The muni, those who are thoughtful, they can understand. Foolish men, they cannot understand. They cannot understand that beyond this body there is another force which is helping the movement of the body. They cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita statement, Tatha dehantaram prapti. That moving force is perpetual, eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. It is not lost after the destruction of the body, but it is transferred to another body. They cannot understand, because they are not muni. The muni means very thoughtful. And how one can become perfect muni, that is also said here. Amalatmananam. Amala means dirty things. And amala means just the opposite. No, amala means no. His heart is cleansed of all dirty things. Such men. Amalatmananam. So these are the qualifications. Paramhamsa, one must be only spiritually interested, like the swan. He is interested only to drink the milk, not the water. Similarly, one must become Paramhamsa. One must be interested with spiritual advancement of life, not material. Reject it. So, these are the qualifications to understand Krishna. One who is spiritually interested, one is very thoughtful, and one is cleansed of all dirty things from consciousness or from the mind. These are the qualifications when one can understand Krishna. These things, why these things, indiscrimination, dirty things, they are accumulated within the heart. It is due to our sinful activities. The more we become sinful, the more dirty things will cover our consciousness, and it will be difficult to understand what is Krishna. Therefore Krishna said, Jisham antagatam papam. One who is freed from the reaction of sinful life, Jisham antagatam papam jananang punyakarmana. Persons who are engaged in pious activities, they do not do anything which is vicious. Therefore, they remain pure without any contamination. Therefore, pious activities are recommended. For common man, it is recommended in the Shastra that you take your bathing in the Ganges. That will make him pious. If he simply takes his bathing daily, regularly, automatically he will be pious. Or go and see the temple and offer your obeisance. Everything will be taken. This is a small boy. He has nothing, no understanding what is Krishna. But because he is dancing, because he is chanting, sometimes he is ringing the bell, these are pious activities. Automatically they will do. So many people. Therefore temple is required. Temple is required. The innocent person, those who are neophyte, for them temple worship is essential. By seeing the deity, by offering obeisances to the deity, by taking charnamrita, by ringing the bell, by dancing, by taking little prasada, by touching the feet of Vaishnava or touching the body of Vaishnava. In this way, they are getting piety. This chance is given, therefore, to the audience. There is no question of becoming Muni in the beginning. How one can be? It is not possible. Therefore, deity worship, temple worship is essential for the common, general people. Simply by their coming, visiting and doing something, they will be pious. And other pious activities to hear about Krishna, the sound vibration. Even one does not understand what is spoken here, but Krishna, just like I am speaking in English, those who cannot understand English, they do not understand what I am speaking. But in the middle, I am talking of Krishna. So that Krishna hearing is sufficient. Krishna. My Guru Maharaj, when some article was presented, to see whether he approves for publication, you simply say, or see how many times he has uttered Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's all. If he has uttered in his writing Krishna, Chaitanya, like that, so if he hears that many times, that's all right. That's all right. It is so nice. And that's a fact. Jadvaga vishadgat janataga viplava jasmin pratishloko avadlavat api namani anantasya jasankitani jat sinnanti gayanti dhinanti sadhavo jadvaga vishadgat janataga viplava. Any composition where there is somewhere or sometimes the glorification of the Supreme Law, any literature, Janataga Viplava, such kind of literature is revolutionary. Revolution. Viplava. Viplava means revolution. What kind of Viplava? Just like in the revolution, one political party against victory over another political party, or one kind of, we understand revolution means political revolution. One kind of political thoughts are overpowered by another kind of political thoughts. That is called revolution. So, the English word is revolution and the Sanskrit word is viplava. Tadvaga vishadgat janataga viplava. If such literatures are presented, just like we are presenting, we are not very big scholar, or we have no such qualification that we can compose very nice literature. There may be so many mistakes or whatever it may be. But it is revolutionary. That is a fact. It is revolutionary. Otherwise, why big scholars, professors, university authorities, librarians, they are taking, they are thinking, they know that this literature will revolutionize the whole world. Because there is in the Western world, there is no such thought. They agree. So why it is revolutionary? Because there is an attempt to glorify Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. Nothing more. There is no literary career. So this is accepted. Tadvaga vishadgat janataga viplav. Jasmin pratishlokam avadha. Sloka, to write Sanskrit sloka, it requires erudite scholarship. There are many rules and regulations. It is not that you compose anything and you become a poet. No. There are sufficient rules and regulation one has to follow, then one can compose. Just like you see, there is meter. Yatha paramahansanam muninam amalatmanam bhakti yoga vidhanartham katham pasyema histriya. There is meter. Every slope there is meter. So, even it is not written to the standard meter, and sometimes they are broken. So still, because there is glorification of the Supreme Lord, Namani Anantas, Ananta is the Supreme, unlimited, His names are there. Therefore my Guru Maharaj said, if Anantasya of the Ananta, of the Supreme, the name is there, Krishna, Narayan, Chaitanya, like that. So, Sinnanti Gayanti, Ginanti Sadhava. Sadhava means those who are saintly person. Such kind of literature, although it is written in broken language, they hear it. Yes, because there is glorification of the Lord. So, this is the system. Somewhere or other, we should be attached to Krishna. Maya Sakta Mana Prartha. That is our only business. How we can be, it doesn't matter in broken language. Sometimes there are many Sanskrit not properly pronounced, just like we do. We are not very expert. There are many expert Sanskrit pronouncers, Veda mantra, and we are not so expert. But we try. We try, but the Krishna name is there, therefore it is sufficient. Therefore it is sufficient. So, Krishna comes. What is the mission of Krishna? That we are talking in this morning. What is the mission of Krishna? Paritranayam sadhunam vinashaya cha dushita. This is the Krishna's karma. Therefore Krishna says, Janma karma me divvam. We come here, and Krishna also comes here. So what is the difference? The difference is, we are forced to come here by the laws of nature according to our karma. We do some activities, sinful or past, mostly sinful, so we create another life and we are forced to enter into such body. It may be now I am in the human form of body. Next life, according to my karma, I may be forced to enter into the dog's body. So we are forced. There is no, choice. I cannot say nature that do not put me into the dog's body. Kindly put me into the king's body. No. Karmana dvaivanetrena. This decision will be taken by superior authority. You cannot dictate. I shall become like that. No, that is not possible. Karmana dvaivanetrena. So, we are forced to come here and suffer or enjoy the fruits of our last karma. That is one thing. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna does not come being forced by nature or for his karma. Namang karmani limpanti. Nami karma phalespriha. Krishna says. He also works karma to show example, but he is not affected by the result of the karma. Therefore Krishna says, Namang karmani limpanti. Nami karma, like that he has got any desire to work for something, to gain something. He is full. Why he should try for gain? We work something. We work to gain something, to make some profit. But Krishna hasn't got to do any profit. He is self-sufficient. Whatever he wants, immediately, present. Thank you.
The following is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, First Canto, 8th Chapter, Text number 21, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on October 1st, 1974, in Mayapur, India.
So, in the last verse, it has been explained by Kunti that Krishna is meant for the Paramahamsa, Muni, very, very exalted person. They can understand Krishna. Bhakti Yoga Vidhanartham, because such learned persons, such exalted persons, they can only understand what is Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is the topmost yoga. There are different kinds of yoga: Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, many others. Yoga means contact or having connection. So Bhakti Yoga means directly connection with Krishna or God. That is Bhakti Yoga. Other yogas, they are not directly connected. Karma yoga means connection with Krishna or God. But when there is the word karma yoga, it is adulterated. It is not pure yoga. Karma yoga means jat karosi, jat juhosi, jadasnasi, tapassisi jat, kurusa tanmadatmanam. That is karma yoga. Whatever are you doing? In the beginning, one cannot take to pure bhakti yoga. Therefore, karma yoga is recommended. Never mind, whatever are you doing, in that position, you can become a devotee. Karma yoga, that is. People are interested with different kinds of work. So, therefore Krishna says, just karo, never mind, whatever you are doing. So how it becomes karma yoga? Not kurusya tarmadarpanam, you give it to me. Suppose you are doing business and you are earning lots of money, so Krishna says, all right, go on, you are attached to business, so go on doing that. But the money earned out of your business, you give it to me. This is karma. Not that you earn money and spend for your sense gratification. That is not karma. The rascals, they are saying this is karma. For sense gratification, they are using, and that is karma. No, that is not karma. Here is karma. It doesn't matter whatever you are doing, but the ultimate result, you give it to me. In another place, Krishna says, Karmani adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadajam. You can go on, with your business, but don't expect the fruit of the business. Ma phaleshu. The indirectly says, the fruit should be given to me. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't expect the fruit. Suppose you grow a nice mango tree and there will be fruit, nice fruit. So, according to Bhagavad Gita, it is said, ma phaleshu kadachana. You don't take the fruits. Oh, such a nice mango tree I have nourished in so many years, now the fruit is there, and Krishna says, ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't take the fruit. Then who will take the fruit? It will rot, it will fall down on the ground and it will rot. No. The idea is you don't take but you give it to me. This is karma. It is not that it should be wasted. That is karma. So those who are kurmis, very much attached to material activities, for them this karma yoga is recommended. Somewhere or other be connected with Krishna. It is not somewhere, it is very great achievement that you work hard, earn money and give it to Krishna. There is a great sacrifice. So, by karma yoga also you can satisfy, because the main business is to satisfy Krishna. Atappungi dija sreshta varnasrama vibhaga. Varnasram, there are 4 varnas and 4 ashramas. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanapastha, and Sannyasa. So, these are the scientific division of civilized society. Unless there are these divisions, it is a chaotic condition. It is not very satisfactory. That is happening. Nowadays, there is no scientific division of the human society. Therefore, there are so many chaotic conditions. So, actual human civilization begins when we accept these 8 departmental management of the society. That is human society. Otherwise it is animal society. So, according to Vedic civilization, every department, division has got a particular duty. The Brahmana, their duty is how to practice, to control the mind, to control the senses, sama dama titikha, to be tolerant, to be very simple, simple living, not very gorgeous living. Whatever is absolutely necessary, the Brahman will accept, not more than that. That is simplicity, simple living, high thinking. So this is Brahman. Samadama titikha, arjava, and then jnanam. Jnanam means to understand what is what. People are all in ignorance, rascals. The Brahmana should not be rascal. Therefore Brahmana is given the title Pandit. Still in India they say Brahman Pandit. Brahman must be a Pandit, a learned. A Brahman rascal is not Brahman. You are, what you are? I am Brahman. What you do? I pull thela. So that is not Brahman. Brahman means Pandit. He must be a learned. Pathan, pathan, jajan, jajan, dana pratigraha. These are Brahmana's occupational duties. He must be learned scholar himself, and you try to make others also learned scholar. Pathan, pathan. Not that I know. If you know something better, very valuable, you must distribute it. Otherwise, in Sanskrit language they are called Jnanakhalo, miser, in knowledge. One who has got knowledge, just like in the modern world, if one is scientifically advanced, he gives the knowledge to others. He goes from university to university and speaks about the new invention. So similarly, Brahmana means that he must have full knowledge and he must distribute the knowledge. Not that keep it for himself. Desire. Nobody should know it. No. But on part. So jnanam, vijnanam. Similarly, everyone has got particular type of business. Kshatriya has got, Vaishya has got. So, jat karosi, whatever you are doing, you must do it for Krishna's satisfaction. Krishna's satisfaction, if you have got some knowledge, you distribute the knowledge for Krishna's satisfaction. How you can do that? Whatever knowledge you have got, you try to describe Krishna. Kavibhi nirupita jad uttama shloka gunanubannanam. This is the first class distribution of knowledge. Whatever you know, you try to explain Krishna by that knowledge. Just like our Dr. Swarup Damodar, he is a scientist, and now he is trying to explain Krishna through his scientific knowledge. Similarly, if you are a medical man, you can explain also Krishna through medical science. If you are engineer, you can explain also Krishna through engineering. Krishna can be explained, but the person who is explaining, he must be intelligent, because Krishna is everything. So, simply we must have the intelligence how to explain engineering and come to the conclusion of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was doing that. He was teaching grammar. So, when there was question of dhatu, he was explaining Krishna. So, the students, some of the students, they did not like that explanation, so therefore Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had to wind up his schools, because they did not like. So Krishna is everything. Simply one must have sufficient knowledge how to see Krishna through everything. That is Mahabharata. Sarvatra Spurayata Ishtadev. Whatever he sees, he Krishna. Because actually Krishna is everything. So that Bhakti Yoga is so nice that is the perfect yoga. And Krishna confirms it. Yoginamapi sarvesam magdata antaratmana sadhyaman bhajate bhuman samijuttam. The first class yogi is he who is always thinking of Krishna. The same way, if you are a medical man, if you think of Krishna, how to prove that Krishna is the best physician or Krishna is the best surgeon through medical science? If one thinks like that, and if he tries to do it, he is first class yogi, even though he is a medical science. Similarly, everyone can become the first class yogi if he takes to Krishna consciousness. Now the question is that some of the rascals, they take Krishna as a black man who is talking. Black man, one government officer, I think some rascal, his name is Mr. Anand, he has described Krishna that he was a black aborigine and he became very powerful somewhere or other, and people worship him as God. It was published in a government magazine. So there are so many rascals. Sometimes Krishna, those who are demons, to defy Krishna, that this Krishna is a crow, or this Krishna is a black man, or Krishna is Shudra. Krishna means so many things. Krishna, Shudras, they are also Krishna called. The Brahmanas are called Shukla. And in this way, the rascal demons, they want to describe Krishna in their own way so that Krishna devotees may be unhappy, and that is a pleasure. Therefore, to tease these rascals, Krishna here, Draupadi here, Kunti is pointing out, Krishnaya Vasudevaya. You rascal, you don't take Krishna otherwise. I am speaking of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. That's like to identification. In the court, if you give your name, then you must give the father's name, your village, your district, like that. That is identification. So therefore, Kunti Devi is pointing out, it is no other Krishna. The Krishna whose father's name is Vasudeva, whose mother's name is Devaki, whose father's name is Nanda Maharaj, whose mother's name is Jasudama. That's all. When Vallabhacharya, he wrote some essays and books, the meaning of Krishna. The meaning of Krishna, and he went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he wanted some eulogization that he has so many meanings of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, I know Krishna's name only 2 or 3, that's all. He said, I know Krishna is the son of Jasudamai, Jasudha Stanandhan. Krishna means the boy who sucked the breast of Mother Jasudha. I know. See here also, Nanda, Nanda Nandanaya. He says, Nanda Gopa Kumaraya. Kumara means who is not married. So, Krishna remained in Vrindavan up to 16 years. Therefore he remained always Kumar, Nanda Kumar, Nanda Nanda. Here it is explicitly said, Nanda Gopa, and who was Nanda? That is also explained. Nanda means that leader of the cow herdsmen, or he was king, Nanda Maharaj. King does not mean always one has to become a king of very big kingdom. No. Anyone who possesses, still in India, anyone who possesses some land, he is called king. Raja, he is called Raja. The Jamindar, one who possesses some land, especially in up country. So Nanda Maharaj, because he possessed some land, he was well-to-do, rich man, because he possessed cows and grain. Normally, a man, still now also, actually that is richest. Gavaya Dhanavan, one who has got many cows, he is to be considered as rich man. Dhannena Dhanavan, one who has got a large quantity of food grain, he is Dhanavan. Nowadays, one who has got a bunch of paper, he is considered, and the paper is nothing. As soon as the government is failure, then the $1,000 note and $100 note, it will have no value. So, actually, actual value, to keep cows, to have food grains or gold, jewelry. These are the signs of richness. But Kali Yuga is so cruel that if you have got gold, if you have got jewels, then government will take away. Dasya dharma. Formerly there were ordinary plunderers, thieves. Now, according to Srimad Bhagavatam, the government will be composed of organized thieves. That is Dasya dharma bhi, raja bhi. Government officers means organized thieves in every country. That will be the situation. So you cannot keep now. You have to be satisfied with these papers. That's all. Thank you.
Next is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 8th Chapter, text number 22, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on April 14th, 1973, in Los Angeles.
Lord's feet, there are flags, lotus flower, chariot. These are the symbolic representation. God is person, but His personality is distinct from our personality. So these specific marks are there on His lotus feet. And Pankajanabhaya, another meaning, Pankajanabhaya means originally a lotus stem came out from the navel of Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Brahma was born in that lotus flower, the origin of creation. So, Krishna's all parts of the body have a reference to the Pankaja. Pankaja means lotus flower. Panka means mud, and jaw means generate. Pankaja, the lotus flower, is so important, still it is generated from mud. So, Krishna likes Pankaja very much, lotus flower. If we see lotus flower, we can immediately remember Krishna. Just like if you love your child, if you see any garment, a small shoes, or any playthings, immediately you remember your child. This is my child, this is my child. Playing things, this is my garment. It is a question of love. If you actually love God, Krishna, then you can remember Him at any time, always. Always. There is no difficulty. Here, Kunti Devi describes Pankaja with reference to lotus flower. And Krishna describes himself in the Bhagavad Gita, Rasoham Asukauntiya. I am the taste of the liquid. So Krishna can be remembered by tasting water. Even those who are drinking, if he thinks that this taste of drinking is Krishna, he will one day come out, a great saintly person. Such a nice thing, Krishna consciousness. If you cultivate Krishna consciousness, if you follow the description given by the Shastras, so I can request even the drunkards that you can become Krishna conscious. The drunkard, what to speak of others? Because Krishna say, Rasoham apsukanti. I am the taste of the liquid. Generally liquid water is taken. So, liquor is also liquid. Liquor is bad because it creates intoxication. Otherwise it is made from sugar, molasses. Molasses with sulfuric acid fermented, so far as you know, we are in the chemical line. Molasses fermented with sulfuric acid and then distilled. That is called spirit or liquor. The thing is, nothing is bad. But because if a thing creates bad effect, then it is bad. Then it is bad. So I shall request even the drunkards. In your country there are many drunkards. There is no scarcity. So, if you kindly remember when drinking wine, that this nice taste of wine is Krishna. Just begin with it. He'll come out one day, saintly person, Krishna consciousness. It's so nice, practical. So, Krishna is available, any circumstance. If we want to catch him, that's all. Isam satatujuktanang bhajatang priti purvakam. If one is actually very serious to search out Krishna, Krishna is everywhere. Annantarastham paramanuchayantarastham govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. He is within this universe. Not only he is within your heart, he is within the atom even. So it is not difficult to find him out, but you must know the process, how to find him. And this process is very simple. And the process we are distributing by the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to everyone, without any charge. The process is chant Hare Krishna. As soon as you chant Hare Krishna, immediately you understand Krishna. As soon as you see the lotus flower, if you hear this verse, this Sanskrit verse is meant for understanding ourselves. It is not for simply selling our books. Every one of you, we are repeating this verse again and again so that you are expected to chant these mantras. Not that the book is kept. I am very learned scholar. What kind of learned scholar? If I find the book, then I can speak. That is not scholarship. You must chant. Therefore we are teaching in our Dallas children simply to learn Sanskrit. They have nothing to do anything else. They are not going to be technologies or servant of everyone. No. We want some generation who can preach Krishna consciousness. So if they learn simply English and Sanskrit, they will be able to read this book, and that is sufficient. You don't want anything. All informations are there. Throughout the whole world, whatever knowledge is there. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, everything is there. There is literature, there is poetry, there is philosophy, there is religion, there is love of Godhead, there is astronomy. Everything is there. Srimad Bhagavatam, Amalam Purana, Vidya Bhagavatavadi. If one simply reads this Srimad Bhagavatam, his education is the topmost. Vidya Bhagavatavadi. There is something topmost, ultimate. So for education, Vidya this Srimad Bhagavatam. If one studies Srimad Bhagavatam, he is well versed in every subject matter. So, we want to create a new generation in your country so that in future there will be fluent speaker in Srimad Bhagavatam and preach all over the country and your country will be saved. This is our program. We have come here not to exploit your country, but to give you something substantial. This is Krishna consciousness movement. So, read Srimad Bhagavatam, pronounce the verses very nicely, therefore we are repeating. You hear the records and try to repeat. Simply by chanting the mantra, you will purify. Simply by chanting, even if you do not understand a single word of it. Simply if you chant, this vibration has got such power. Sinnatang sakata Krishna punnasavana kirtana. If you simply chant and vibrate these verses, these slokas, it is punnasavana kirtana. There is no question of understanding. Punnasavana kirtana. Punna means pious, and savana means hearing, and kirtana means chant. One is chanting this verse, and one is hearing this verse, he is becoming pious automatically. Pious. To become pious, one has to endeavor so much, do this, do that. But if you simply hear these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, therefore, as a rigid principle in every temple, there should be class for hearing and chanting. Without hearing and chanting to become leader, it is impossible. You can become leader in the material world, but not in the spiritual. Savan kirtan kare mali haiya sei bij kare aropan savan kirtan jale karo esecha. Bhaktilata bij, it is a seed of developing your original consciousness. Just like in the seed there is potency, in a small seed, mustard like. But if you sow it, in due course of times, it comes out a big banyan tree. There's so much potency in that seed. Where is the scientist? Just prepare a seed in which there is a big gigantic banyan tree. Where is your science? And that is not possible. The Krishna says, Bijoham sarvabhutanam. I am that seed. So anyone can appreciate. Suppose the banyan seed, you have seen the fig fruit. And there are hundreds and thousands of seeds. And in each seed there is a banyan tree. Each seed. If you simply study a fig of banyan tree, you can study the whole cosmic manifestation. If you simply think about this is a small seed, insignificant, and there are millions of seeds like that, millions of fruits there, and each seed containing the potential of rectifying into big banyan tree. So who has made it? How much his brain is sad that he has made it. It is done by brain. It does not come out automatically. This is rascaldom. What even where is coming rascaldom? No. There is brain. Janmadasya jataha. The Vedanta Sutra says that everything is coming from him. Coming from his brain. Big brain. Krishna has got big brain. We haven't got such brain. Still we rascals, we claim that I am as good as Krishna. I am God. What nonsense you have got. You cannot create anything. So this Krishna consciousness movement is so nice. Here, Kunti Devi, a great devotee, is giving us opportunity to become Krishna conscious. Simply concentrating your mind on lotus flower. Lotus flower. As soon as you see a lotus flower, you will immediately think of Namo Pankajanabhaya. Krishna's navel is just like lotus flower. From the navel of Krishna there was a stem of lotus flower, and from that lotus flower Brahma came out, and Brahma created this universe. This universe means so many planets, so many seas, mountains and cities, motor cars, everything. Within that lotus flower. The beginnings, Namo Pankajanabhaya. And Namo Pankaja Malini. So, such wonderful lotus flower which contains the seedling of the whole universe. That is not only one. Pankaja Malini. Just like here is a garland, there are so many flowers. So, Krishna is not so poor that simply producing one lotus flower is finished. No. There is a garland of lotus flower. Big garland. Or as many lotus flowers as you want. This is God. Yasyaika nishasita kalamathavalamba jivanti loma vilaja jagadannana. Unlimited. Everything is unlimited. Krishna's creation. We are very much concerned with one planet, this. But Krishna's creation is unlimited number of planets. As you see unlimited number of hairs on your head. You cannot count. Can you count how many hairs are there? This is Krishna's creation. You cannot count. So what to speak of this hair? Anything you take. You take one tree, unlimited number of foliages. You cannot count. Similarly, unlimited number of planets, unlimited number of universes. Everything unlimited, therefore is unlimited. Namo Pankaja Nabhaya. Pankaja Malini. Namo Pankaja Netraya. Krishna's eyes are compared with the petals of lotus flower. Alula Chandra Kala Sad Banamal Bamsi. So, if you simply think only one verse, as it is explained here, and the Pankaja, lotus, intertwines with Krishna's body, you can meditate the whole life. How Krishna is beautiful, how Krishna is wise, how Krishna's creation. This is meditation. Thinking of Krishna. Dhyanavastita gadgatena manasa pasantijam yogin. Yogina means, yogi means he is always thinking of Krishna. Matpara. That is yogi. These rascals are not yogi. Thinking something impersonal and being harassed. Klesha adhikatarastesha abbhaktya saptachitas. They are simply laboring. Adhikatara. More and more. They cannot get anything substantial. Therefore after meditation, come on, give me cigarette. Come on. My throat is now dried up. Give me cigarette. That is not meditation. Meditation means this is Namo Pankaja Netraya. So, if you think of Krishna always, Satatam Chintayantang Ma, always thinking of me, Jatantas Chaddirabrata, and endeavoring to advance in Krishna consciousness with bhav, then we have to remain purified. Because Krishna is purified. parabrahma, param dhama, pavitram, paramam bhavan. You cannot approach Krishna impurely. But if you think of Krishna in this way, meditate upon Krishna, then you will purify. Purnasavana Kirtana. That meditation can be possible by hearing and chant. Then thinking will automatically come. That is the process of Krishna consciousness. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam. Smaranam means remember. If you chant and hear, then remembrance will automatically come. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasivanam. Then you will be engaged in worshipping his lotus feet. Archanam. Then you will be engaged in archan, the temple worship. Vandanam, offering prayer. Dasam, you will engage in yourself as servant. Sakyam, you will become friend of Krishna. Atmanivedam, and surrender everything to Krishna. This is the process. So each and every verse you should chant very perfectly, nicely, meditate upon it. That is the process of progress, advancement in spiritual life. We should get all these verses by heart and chant and offer prayer to the Lord. Vandanam. Vandanam. These are meant for such purpose. Namo Pankajanavaya, Namo Pankajamaliini, Namo Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangai. Everything is Krishna with reference to Pankaj. Thank you very much.